Good morning, everyone. As you can see, it's very misty out here today. It also said on the news last night that we are having hazy skies here in Kentucky because of the wildfires in Canada. So it's going to be hazy for the next couple of days from what I understand. It's about 7 in the morning, so let's go around and look at a couple of things. This is my backdoor salad bar. It is doing pretty good. I do have chicken wire over it because early on my silly outdoor cats were coming and I guess they thought I made a little bed for them, so they were just laying right down on top of my seedlings. Mashed them down, so that made them get a slow start. But I still think they should be a little bit bigger than this right now. Let me see, I'll take this off. You can see, I just think these ought to grow a little bit bigger as long as they've been in this bed. And over here, this is store-bought organic lettuce that I used last night for a salad. And after I cut that bottom piece off, I always bring it out and stick it into some soil. It will regrow. So sometimes I can get a couple more meals off of that doing it that way. I'll just keep it good and watered. But going back to this not growing really good, very tall. Let me get it back a little bit. You can see it's not real tall. I'm really wondering if I got a hold of a couple more just bad bags of soil again. I had to buy the really cheapy soil. I don't know. Something is eating on it too. Like right here you can tell something has chewed its little heart out on that piece. I found a couple others. I keep looking. I don't find anything chewing on it. I'm wondering if, and here's like another leaf here. You can tell it's been gnawed on. I'm wondering if Lenny is popping up here and helping himself, but I'm not sure. This is another reason that I'm really wondering about the soil that I picked out. These are the little grape tomatoes. They have been in this cup for weeks. I'm not kidding. And they're so tiny. Look how tiny that is. They should be huge by now, but it's the same soil that the lettuce is in. And then here is a tomato, which it is much bigger. This is a giant crimson that I got the seeds from M.I. Gardener a couple years ago. Last year, maybe it was last year, and it started off doing great, growing, but as you can see, these leaves right here are kind of curled up. That's not a good sign, and it stopped growing once I put it in that same bagged soil. So I'm not happy about that. Here are the big chickens this morning. There's Lenny, the little escape artist. He'll be out probably here in a few minutes. Here's some dill. It grew great. As you can see, I have already come out here and harvested some. I've trimmed off where it was going to go to seed so that it would grow a little bit more. I will harvest some seed off this because this one did so good. Man, it smells really good. What I did when I harvested some of this, now I didn't take a lot off because I didn't want to kill it. But I took some off, took it in the house, chopped it up real good, put it in an ice tray cube, poured a little water, stuck it in the freezer, took the ice cubes out once they were done and bagged it. And now when I go to make pickles, when my cucumbers are ready, I pull those out, let it thaw, and I have fresh dill to put with my cucumbers, my pickles, because I think you can tell right here sometimes getting a little dark, and it's going to go to seed, and I don't think it's going to be ready at the same time. I also have a random onion in here just to see what it would do. Here are my little chicks growing out. Hopefully soon they will get big enough so that I can integrate them. Right now, Lenny wants to get to them so bad. I had them out in their own little cage, little fenced area right through here. And one of them got through and tried to follow me. Lenny got a hold of it, tried to mate it. It's so little. Had to get her back in here. Everybody's fine, but they're just not big enough yet. But yes, because I have 2 roosters, I needed more hens. So they're growing. I will be letting them out soon. I've just about got my raised bed area fixed the way I want it. It's not completed yet. I have some really hard plastic trim that you can use for like trimming around flower beds and stuff. And I think I'm going to put it around the woven ground cover so that when we weed eat, it won't tear the edges of that up. But it is finally coming along, and I need to even this out because I'm going to have 2 green stalks on the end here, and you can see how crooked that one is sitting over there. So this has to be evened out. But here we go with the sunrise. It's getting a little bit clearer out here. And the peas, oh my goodness, I did not put that many pea plants out. Y'all remember a couple of videos back where I was putting these peas in. They're just full. Now I need to go back and look at that video where I planted these peas because I used a different bagged soil and just put the pea seeds in that bagged soil right through here. I top dressed it, and these have done great. But the rest of it, I have a few beets here. This is the soil that I used for the tomato and my back door salad bar. This is what it is. I don't know, but I'm going to be going and getting different bags of soil when I can and see if I can transplant that tomato and see if it does any better. This is my little bitty comfrey. Little bitty comfrey, it's coming back. It's been very dry here, so I'm trying to get everything a good water in this morning. Last night I transplanted some rosemary plants. I know that if these do well, they will get pretty huge, but I'm hoping that my daughters or a friend may need some, and then I'll just pull these out, put them in a pot, and be able to gift these and give them a good water in this morning. Random sunflowers all over. They're going to be pretty though when they get up and start flowering. I just let them be. I weeded around them. Last night my husband and I finally got this accomplished, something that I really wanted to do this year. I've been doing it in years past. I didn't do it last year, and my beans just got taken over with weeds. So I got the ground cover down. I will have a weed-free green bean row. I will be adding more green beans over here. If you can tell, it's 2 different types of ground cover. This is the thicker. It'll last a long time, and we'll be burning holes in this and adding 2 more rows of green beans, bush green beans for here. And at the end of the year, when the beans are done, we can just roll this up and be able to use it for next year. This stuff I bought cheap on clearance. It just, how easily that rips. But we bought it, putting it to use, covers the other side, and it will keep the weeds down as well for this year. At the end of the year, this stuff won't be any good. I will have to just burn it and throw it away, or just throw it away. But it's going to work for what it's intended for this season. So we got the sun coming up. The fog is lifting a little bit. It's still going to be hazy through the day because of those Canadian wildfires. But I've got my granddaughter coming, and I got to get in there and get ready for her. So I will see you guys next time on Jonestead Farm.